Hey guys, James here with Waterford Business Solutions. This week we want to talk about automation. The world is rapidly evolving, technology is rapidly evolving. In the last 2 years, we've seen so much of AI. You go to Google now, and the first results you get are from Google AI. So many people are writing emails from ChatGPT. So many people are using ChatGPT and other services there to answer questions for them. We're not Googling things anymore. We're not going to the library anymore. We are using AI. And so we've seen that be pretty prolific throughout the entire workplace. We're seeing it in call systems, we're seeing it in financial systems, we're seeing it in scheduling systems, we're seeing it really all over the place. And one place that we've seen it a lot lately is in our financial systems because we're trying to make these systems smarter and we're trying to take away some of the workload on us. And QuickBooks has done a lot of this recently. And we wanted to do a video today and kind of talk about, is that good or is that bad? And, well, spoiler alert, there's not a right or wrong answer to that because it really, really depends on your business. So let's go ahead and jump into that today. Before we do that, I do want to go ahead and invite you to like and subscribe to our channel here. Go ahead and turn on notifications, get videos just like this. We put out videos every Monday morning with our goal to educate, help, and provide a ton of information to people, whether they be in our specific niche of contractors and HVAC electrical businesses, or whether they're just businesses in general. This video that we're going to touch on here this week, it's not really even going to touch specifically any type of industry. It's talking about just automation and AI in general. So I invite you to go ahead, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, leave a comment if you've got questions. Any type of engagement does help this to reach more people. Now beyond that, jumping into your automations and what is too much. The important thing to remember, especially if we're looking, and let's keep it simple, at just working with QuickBooks here. QuickBooks has long-term had a auto add rule in their bank feed, which is a great option if you set it up correctly. The issue is so often I see people who don't take the time to set it up correctly. And what they do is they go ahead and they put in Shell, as in the gas station, and they auto add Shell to gas every time, but maybe they go to Shell City, or they go to something else, to a seafood restaurant with the name Shell in it, or anything like that, and it auto adds that meal to gas, or it auto adds whatever convenience store, whatever grocery store, whatever parts store, whatever it may be, to gas too, because we didn't set up that auto add rule correctly. Auto add rules are a great basis to start with automation because it can help get rid of a lot of different transactions for you so that you're not having to think about it. But it's super, super important that you go ahead and make sure that you set that rule up with enough classification that it's not going to confuse things. So if we're going to say, let's use Shell for an example. If we're going to say Shell is an auto add rule that we want to have that goes to gas, we don't want to just consider that Shell is the name. We want to consider maybe a little bit more information. What else is potentially in there that can make that bank transaction line specially unique? Also, let's consider, how much does it generally cost you to fill up your vehicle? Are you paying $5 to fill up your vehicle, or are you paying $50 to fill up your vehicle? Let's go ahead and add in a second parameter on that auto add rule to limit us down into, hey, let it be between this amount and this amount, so that it eliminates you going inside and getting a soda or going inside and getting a snack. That doesn't get classified as gas because if you were to be audited, that wouldn't fall under gas and it would raise questions and concerns. So let's make sure that we set up some decent parameters there. The other thing that we want to consider, especially with auto add rules, is what outside integrations do you have? Again, we work predominantly in the trades, HVAC, electrical, general contractors, anything like that we work with. And so a lot of our contractors aren't using QuickBooks as their invoicing system. They're using Service Titan, they're using House Call Pro, they're using Jobber, they're using Buildertrend, Notify, something like that. So they've got all of this integrating going on. And the biggest issue that I see is people constantly complain that these integrations are not good or these integrations don't work. But it's not that the integrations don't work, it's that they aren't understanding how the integration works in the first place. Because all of these integrations, they're going to push over invoices, they're going to push over payments, they may even push over bank deposits depending on the specific integration. And as long as you have it set up, it's going to do a lot of that automation for you. And it's going to work exactly the way it should because we have it working for hundreds of clients. And we know that it works exactly the way it should because we work with so many clients doing that. But the issue is a lot of clients have set up bank rules to say that, hey, if money is coming in, depositing into my bank account, that's income. But if you've got these systems integrated, they're already pushing over an invoice that's creating income. Now all of a sudden, you've got duplicated income. You've got payments sitting in undeposited funds. You've got bank balances that are incorrect. So we've set up an automation here that is counterintuitive because it's duplicating your income, it's messing up your bank accounts, it's messing up your balance sheet, and it's overall just creating a whole big issue there. So definitely not something that we really want to accidentally do or we want to deal with. So whenever we're looking at automations, it's super, super, super important that we think about, hey, where is this information coming from? When I am setting up an automation to do X, where is the source information going to come from? And make sure that we understand the entire path of the system there to ensure accuracy for your data. Because ultimately, while an automation can save you a lot of time, a bad automation can cost you way more time than it saves you. So we definitely want to make sure that we are taking the time to set up good, solid, proper automations. QuickBooks has also come out in the past year with a lot of automations for auto-sending invoices, auto-sending reminders, auto-sending you reports, auto-sending bills, things like that. That's great, but again, if we're using a third-party invoicing system, we don't want QuickBooks contacting our customers because now they're getting two different emails, they're getting two different notifications and causing issues there. The other issue could be that depending on the integration you're using, if you set up auto reminders in QuickBooks and you delete something in your invoicing platform but don't make sure it's deleted in your QuickBooks, then that customer could be getting a false bill and could accidentally pay you or erroneously pay you in the first place. So make sure when we're setting up these automations, the automations are occurring in the system that should be managing that specific task. Let's not go through and set up a automation in QuickBooks for anything dealing with invoicing or AR if QuickBooks is not your invoicing platform. Make sure that automation is occurring in the invoicing platform. That's a huge thing that a lot of people mess up. Same thing with bills. Auto entering bills can be great, but a lot of AI doesn't fully understand it. A lot of our clients like a really strong breakdown. They want to understand what are their install expenses versus what are their service expenses. So we could have 10 bills from one supply house that go to 4 different accounts. AI isn't going to be able to do that. Trust me, I've tried. I wish I could make it happen because it would save me and my staff a ton of time. But AI can't interpret that this needs to go to this account and this needs to go to this account. So if you're trying to do a deep breakdown, a solid breakdown of your expenses, you can't just say, oh, well, let's let Ferguson or Mingledorff's or Walmart or whoever it may be, Amazon, just send a bill to us and let AI automatically classify it. AI can do a good job of saying, oh, this is office material versus this is job material or cost of goods sold or auto expenses or something like that. But it can't go and say, okay, in our office supplies, this is category A, B, C, D, or E, if you've got a breakdown there. Or in our cost of goods sold and job supplies, it's install versus service versus maintenance, or plumbing versus HVAC versus electrical, or anything like that. AI isn't there yet. Will it get there? We'll see. I don't see it being something happening this year, but it is constantly learning. I'm sure that eventually we will get there. It's just not there yet. Ultimately, anything with AI, it's really something of, it doesn't hurt to try it, but keep in mind the computer is only as smart as the user. And while AI is very, very smart, and that's coming from outside external users, it still takes a lot of knowledge of your specific processes and your specific needs. So if you want to try out automations, if you want to try out AI, it's not, hey, don't do it. It definitely is something that can save a lot of time, but make sure that you aren't setting it up, fixing it, and forgetting it, and just saying, I'm done, and walking away. That is going to be the quickest way to mess up your books. That is going to be the quickest way to have issues, and the quickest way to honestly have to spend a ton of money fixing it. So if you want to try out an automation, or if you want to try out AI, go for it. But set something up and then check it at least once a week and say, is this doing what I think it's supposed to be doing? And if you don't know what it's supposed to be doing, or if you don't understand it, reach out to someone, talk to someone, research it, go onto YouTube, whatever it may be, find an answer, and don't just say, oh, well, the software said this is supposed to work and it works. Because at the end of the year, if you go with that, I will promise you, you will be calling me or someone like me and saying, my books are a mess, help me fix it. Because I get that call every single year. And it's not from one person, it's not from 5 people, it's not from 10 people. I generally get, like, between November and January, probably about 50 plus people contacting me saying my books are a mess. And all throughout the year, I get that because they've set up generally these automations that have screwed their books up. So automations can be really good when set up correctly, but they will also be your worst enemy if you don't make sure they're set up correctly in the first place. Guys, if you are worried that your books are messed up, or if you're worried that you don't understand these automations, we're here to help. We always offer a free 1-hour consultation for clients. They can reach out to us and we can kind of go through any issues that you think that you're seeing. You can reach us at info@waterfordbusiness.com. Go to our website as you see below, or give us a call at 864-351-0852. And if you just want more help just like this about different financial and accounting understandings, go ahead and give us a call. Subscribe to our channel, watch our videos. We provide a ton of information like this just for you. Until next week, I look forward to speaking with you again and talking to you then.